Hare Krishna, good morning, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining our morning japa session. That is again every day, 5:30 to 7 o'clock a.m. Um, yes, please continue to finish your rounds today and be Krishna conscious. And welcome sa ating Srimad Bhagavatam study, Monk in the Middle podcast. And ang title natin ngayon is very interesting. Hello muna kay Levi, Mother Moksha Lakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna, Veronica, Rolly Prabhu, Paolo, Jonah, Milk, and Princess. Hi. And those who are watching sa ating Facebook Live. So you know the drill. We should be always in a humble mood, in a mood of request, in entering the realm of the study of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashta Priyashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Utamas Loke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Offer my obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudeva before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest. One should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva the author. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So previously, we are discussing si Yudhishthir Maharaj kasi kausap niya si Narada Muni previously, and he is experiencing yung mga bad omens. So may nagtanong, paano tayo magiging much more sensitive sa mga omens na to? The great answer is we should know ano ba yung mga omens na yun. We should know the knowledge. Hindi tayo nanguhula lang. And saan natin malalaman yung mga omens na yun? It is coming from the scriptures even. Hindi tayo pwedeng, uy, parang bad omen to ah. Uy, swerte to ah. So you wouldn't say, kumbaga you wouldn't know really. Kumbaga hindi siya basta-basta pamahiin lang. If it is coming from the scriptures, you would know. And yeah, pinag-usapan nga namin after ng classes natin, may extension na usapan kami tatlo. Si Lalat Prabhu sa Kasnabative Chandra Prabhu. Yeah, this COVID, ang ganda ng preparation. Diba? Hindi ba siya maganda, pero in comparison do sa topic natin, yeah, the forest fires were there. Then, yung mga earthquakes, yung volcanic eruptions, sabay lumabas. Usually, sign daw yon pag may pinapanganak na demon. In the scriptures, ganun yung makikita natin. Yung mga bad omens na yun. And kasama yung mga meteor showers, yung mga eclipse. So, yeah, if you're practicing Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable actually to be exposed in these elements. Si Rahu actually is the head of a bodiless, yan, head lang talaga siya si Rahu, of a demon who is covering the moon. It is actually in the Vedic cosmology. Mahabang usapan yon. Pero magandang story kung paano nagsimula yung Ayurveda, paano nagsimula yung churning ng ocean para makuha yung nectar, in the medicine, paano nagsimula rin yung Kumbamela. So yeah, mahabang story, and we will learn all of this sa ating Srimad Bhagavatam study. So yes, Yudhishthira Maharaj is experiencing yung mga bad omens with his body. Meron siyang mga um, tremors sa left side ng body niya. Arms, eyes, nag-quivers, palpitation due to fear. Mind you, this is Yudhishthira Maharaj. He has no enemies. At the same time, he's a great personality, but he's experiencing this. Yung mga animals, the jackals, are howling. Tapos yung sunrise daw, parang yung jackals are howling at sunrise. Usually, sa mga gabi sila, before sila mag-hunt and all. Tapos yung mga dogs are barking fearlessly. Yung mga cows, yung mga sabi dito, nagkapass sila in the different directions. Yung mga horses are weeping. Pigeons like messenger of death. Yun. Yung mga owls, yung mga crows, iba rin yung mga sounds nila. The smoke in the sky, mountain throbbing, cloudless thunder. Kumukulog. Pero walang clouds. Wala namang rain clouds. Yes, lastly, yung mga deities, it seems to be like crying in the temple, wanted to leave. So, observing all of this, si Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is connecting the dots, yung sinabi ni Narada Muni regarding yung disappearance ni Krishna in this material world. Again, si Krishna he is unlike any of us. He doesn't take a material body tapos mamamatay yung body tas aalis yung soul. No. Si Krishna, when he goes here in the material world, yung body niya is spiritual also. Everything is spiritual. So, hindi na mamamatay yung body. Then, let's continue to read ang ating Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto creation, chapter 14, the disappearance of Lord Krishna. We are at text number 21. This is, I think Yudhishthira. Yeah, Yudhishthira Maharaj talking. I think that all these earthly disturbances indicate some greater loss to the good fortune of the world. The world was fortunate to have been marked with the footprints of the lotus feet of the Lord. These signs indicate that this will no longer be. So one sign also ng ating na malalaman natin if Krishna is incarnating himself or himself going down and is descending here in the material world is meron siya mga signs sa footprints niya. Palagi may signs. Yung mga great personalities. Makikita dun sa paa nila. So you would see that may mga different symbols. So, like in Vrindavan, this is a place where Krishna performed a lot of his pastimes. The dust, yung mga dust dun sa lugar ng Vrindavan is very holy. Kasi Krishna stepped on them. Sabi nga, even those valuable jewels in the heavenly planets, in the planets of demigods, are not comparable to one speck or one dust sa Vrindavan. Because si Krishna, nag-touch yung paa niya dun sa Vrindavan. And when Krishna is going or descending here in the material world, a lot of his associates are coming down. So, hindi mga great devotees, even the auspiciousness, even the demigods are playing different roles. So, it seems, may hunch, may intuition si Yudhishthira Maharaj na when Krishna was here, it is like Vaikunta or spiritual world. Ganito yung pakiramdam. Pero ngayon wala na. Ngayon wala na yung mga signs na parang heavenly, yung parang spiritual world yung earth. Ang hunch niya is mukhang wala na si Krishna. But he's not jumping into conclusion. That is the difference ng mga or the importance how to use our intuition. It is actually an art. Hindi ka lang nanghuhula. Or it's not an evidence actually. Pero you would know there will be some stories where especially the mother and the child, meron silang lukso ng dugo. Alam mo yun, may pakaramdam sila na parang may hindi okay may hindi okay na nangyayari sa anak ko. Ganun. Or sometimes twins, diba? Yung nararamdaman ng isa, nararamdaman ng isang twin. So may mga ganitong factor na they're greatly connected. Tapos yung iba nga hindi lang this lifetime, previous lifetime connected na sila or future lifetimes. Mga soulmates talaga sila. Doesn't mean soulmates is intimate or conjugal lover kagad. Yung iba mother and child, iba best friends. Diba? Minsan soulmate din kayo pero yung yung role ninyo palagi is magkaaway. May soulmate din na gano'n. Previous lives, mag-aaway na kayo. Tinutuloy niyo lang this life. Tapos naggagantihan lang kayo ng karma. May mga tao nakikita sila. Wala namang ginagawa pareho. Pero mainit na yung ulo nila sa bawat isa. Kumbaga parang irritable kagad. Getting to each other's nerves kagad. Kahit wala namang ginagawa. May mga ganon. Previously, there was already something. And kinukontinue lang. The question is, paano ihihinto yung mga yon? Let the karma pass. Pag dumaan yung karma, yung mga activities, ignore it. Just like when we're chanting, a lot of disturbance in the mind will come. Yung mga consciousness natin, yung mind natin, kumakawala. Sabi nga, it is chanchalam or restless. So just ignore it. Then bring back the mind. The emotions will be there, disturbances, suppressed na mga memories, lumalabas siya. Because we're cleaning. We're cleaning the dust in the mirror of our hearts. That's why chanting is there. Same thing, if you're experiencing this kind of different scenario, dualities, happiness, and distress, one should be sober enough to know that this is part of karma. Hindi mo kailangan sakyan lahat. Pag sinakyan mo lahat yon, ikot ka, sama ka ulit sa cycle of karmic activity. Then of course, anong result? Another reaction. Text number 22. O Brahmana Saunaka, while Maharaj Yudhisthira observing the inauspicious signs on the earth at that time, was thus thinking to himself, Arjuna came back from the city of the Yadus, Dwarka. So si Arjuna, as we discussed yesterday, si Arjuna went to Dwarka para dalawin si Krishna. Pero 9 months nga daw siya hindi nakabalik. Sobrang tagal. So nag-alala lalo na si Yudhisthira. Then this signs is coming. Yung mga signs dumarating na. Then what happened was habang nare-realize ni Yudhisthira Maharaj itong mga to, sakto dumating si Arjuna. So, si Arjuna is a younger brother of Yudhisthira, with all due respect and etiquette. Pag nakakita tayo ng elders, we bow down. Text number 23. When he bowed at his feet, the king saw that his dejection was unprecedented. His head was down, and tears glided from his lotus eyes. So this is Arjuna. Kumbaga, hindi mo na mapintay mukha ni Arjuna. And, umiiyak agad siya, head was down. Text number 24. Seeing Arjuna pale due to heartfelt anxieties, the king, remembering the indication of the sage Narada, questioned him in the midst of friends. So, kinamusta ni Yudhisthira si Arjuna. Maharaj Yudhisthira said, My dear brother, please tell me whether our friends and relatives, such as Madhu, Bhoja, Dasarha, Arha, Satvata, Andaka, and the members of the Yadu family were all passing their days in happiness. Yadu is the clan, kasama sa clan ni Krishna. So kinakamusta muna ni Yudhishthir Maharaj yung mga brothers and friends nila. Is my respectable grandfather Surasena is in a happy mood? And are my material uncle Vasudev and his younger brothers all doing well? Si Vasudev yung tatay ni Krishna. Vasudev and Vasudev is different. Vasudev is yung tatay, Vasudev is Krishna. Yung first vowel na A na may bar sa taas. That's Krishna. Kaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he was named Vasudev, si Krishna also. Kasi tatay niya si Vasudev. So kinakamusta ni Yudhishthir yung mga uncles niya, grandfather. Kung kamusta sila, are they happy? So you could see si Yudhishthir Maharaj is not going directly. Kinakamusta muna niya yung mga relatives. Of course, that is also the etiquette. We should also, how do you call this? Kamustahin natin yung mga seniors. Text number 28 to 29. Our Ugrasena, whose son was the mischievous Kamsa, and his younger brother still living. Are Hirdaka and his son Kritavarma happy? Are Akrura, Jayanta, Gada, Sarana, and Satrujit all happy? How is Balaram, the personality of Godhead, and the protector of devotees? So this, yung mga personality na to, it's not coming from Dwarka. This is coming from Mathura. So, ang geographic natin doon, nandito sila sa Hastinapur, that is New Delhi now. And ilang hours pa bago yung Mathura. Lalong-lalo na yung Dwarka. Mas malayo yon. So, dito yung Hastinapur, nandito sila, Yudhishthir, Mathura, and Vrindavan magkatabi. Magkalapit lang yan. 4 hours difference. Tapos, Dwarka, sobrang layo. So, kaya tinanong ni Yudhishthir, kahit alam ni Arjuna na galing sa Dwarka si Arjuna, kamusta yung mga kamag-anak natin sa Mathura? Kasi automatic dadaanan ni Arjuna yon. So, kinamusta niya yung mga tito niya, yung tito ni Arjuna, sila Akrura, yung king doon, si Ugrasena. At the same time, si Balaram, yung kapatid ni Krishna. Which, it is very significant, he mentioned here, the personality of Godhead, the protector of the devotees. Si Balaram, personality of Godhead din kasi he is the direct expansion of Krishna, yung kapatid niya. He is the expansion of, in the personality of mercy and protector of the devotees. Si Lord Balaram is the Adi Guru or the original Guru. From him, yung mga gurus are coming from like his descendants. At the same time, his incarnation is also Nityananda, if you could remember yung Panchatattva natin. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. So siya yung sa Panchatattva yung naka-wear ng color blue. Or sila yung sa Gora Nitai na deities. Siya si Nitai or Nityananda. So he is very merciful. Actually, mas merciful siya kaysa kay Lord Chaitanya. Si Lord Chaitanya, may time na they were traveling, si Nityananda sa si Haridas Thakur, and they were going different places. The more fallen you are, the more they want you to chant Krishna's name. The more they want to serve you. Pero ginawa nila to, merong isang drunkard na lahat ng scene na alam ng isang tao is na ginagawa nito. They were born in a Brahminical family, pero their lifestyle is different. There is Jagay and Madai. And what they did, nakita nila si Lord Nityananda, binato nila ng broken pot, ng stone, si Nityananda, and Nityananda was bleeding. Tapos nalaman ni Lord Chaitanya to, galit na galit siya because that is his brother, and ayaw na ayaw niya that devotees are being hurt. So ginawa ni Lord Chaitanya, he wanted to kill. Gusto niya pugutan ng ulo yung Jagayan Madai. Nalabas niya yung Sudarshan Chakra. So si Krishna ginagamit niya yun, nalabas yung Sudarshan Chakra. Kung nanonood kayo ng Little Krishna or you're reading the Krishna book. And that's the ultimate weapon. Umiikot yun, the Sudarshan Chakra. Tapos nagmakaawa si Nityananda kay Lord Chaitanya. Sabi niya, this lifetime, hindi mo role yan. Hindi katulad nung dati, like you're Krishna, you descended as Krishna himself, yourself. Your role as Lord Chaitanya is to spread the love for Godhead. If you're gonna kill Jagay and Madai, the sinful Jagay and Madai, you must kill almost everyone. Kasi ganun yung lifestyle ng mga tao. What? Drinking, diba? Meat eating, tapos just abusing everyone, doing a lot of illicit connection and sex, doing a lot of gambling. Lahat ng tao ginagawa to eh. If you're gonna kill this too, better kill all. Yan yung magiging standard. So by the mercy ni Lord Nityananda, hindi na pinatay ni Lord Chaitanya yung dalawa. And actually, these two became pure devotees because of the association. So that's the power of association. Even the most demoniac will melt their hearts with the association of devotees. And of course, pure devotees such as Srila Prabhupada. We will have a chance to associate with Srila Prabhupada by his books. Di ba pag nagbabasa ka ng mga like Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, you are getting closer kay Krishna and also you're getting close kay Srila Prabhupada kahit di natin siya inabutan in this material world. Because that's the power of pure devotees. They are empowered by Krishna. They're in the line of guru and disciple relationship. And yung connection, hindi naman physical palagi. Yung connection palagi ng isang teacher sa student is through the ears, through the words, the vani. Sabi nga yung vapu, yung physical connection sa teacher is important, pero mas importante yung vani, the words or the instructions. So even materially, wala yung spiritual teacher, or if they left the material world already, but you could still be connected sa spiritual teacher by following the instructions. The Vani or Vani Seva. Serving the instructions of the teacher. So ganon. Even si Krishna ginagawa yon. They're serving the teacher. Even si Lord Chaitanya. And Nityananda, like si Balaram, siya yung protector of the devotees. He's so merciful. And how could you serve Nityananda? And how can you serve Lord Chaitanya? You have to serve first Lord Nityananda. And how to serve Lord Nityananda? You should serve first the Guru, because the Guru is the representative of Lord Nityananda. He is the Adi Guru. Of course, yes, si Balaram is Lord Nityananda himself. Kung nakikita nyo sa minsan yung dotting nila minsan pareho. Blue. Lord Nityananda naka-blue the dory. Si Lord Balaram madalas ganun din. Yan. By His divine grace, only one can approach the Supreme Lord Krishna. And thus, by Sri Balaram is the mercy incarnation of the Lord, manifested as a spiritual master, the savior of the pure devotees. So that's the connection. We could be connected kay Krishna through the spiritual master first. You cannot go directly kay Krishna. And sabi ni Krishna, those who are my devotee, directly my devotees, not my devotees. But those who are devotees of my devotees are my real devotee. Because that's the sign of humility. That's a sign of being a servant, or dasa anudas. Servant of the servant of the servant. Like our dharma is to become a servant, pero not just ordinary servant. We should be servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Otherwise, you will be a servant of what? Someone else, your senses, servant of your mind. Kaya yung mga pure devotees, they are also known as Goswamis. Lalo na yung mga sannyasis or mga gurus. They're master of the senses. Go is senses, Swami is the master. Pero if one is serving his senses, he is Godasa. He's the servant of the senses. Nabubuhay lang siya dahil sa pagsunod dun sa mga senses niya. Text number 30. How is Pradyumna, the great general of the Vrishni family? Is he happy? And is Aniruddha, the plenary expansion of the personality of God, faring well? So there is, pinag-usapan natin to yung mga Vishnu Tattvas. After ni Krishna mag-expand kay Shumati Radharani, and also kay Lord Balaram, Balaram expanded himself into 4. Then from him, doon na nanggaling yung mga other Vishnu Tattvas, other expansions ni Lord Vishnu. And from Lord Vishnu, next, galing sa kanya si Lord Brahma, then Lord Shiva, and other demigods. So we are not advised to do the demigod worship. The result for demigod worship is material benefit. And it might be the cause for us to be much more entangled in this material world. The goal is to serve and worship directly Krishna. Pero, dadaan tayo dun sa devotees niya. Not going to the demigods. Although the demigods are devotees of Krishna, pero hindi yun yung line. There is one thing called parampara, or the guru and disciple relationship. And some of the demigods are also in that parampara. Like Lord Brahma is in the part of that parampara. There's these 4 paramparas or line from Krishna na nag-descend hanggang this generation. Coming from Lord Brahma, the 4 Kumaras, anak din ng Lord Brahma yon. Si Lakshmi, the consort of Lord Vishnu, and si Shiva. Of course, si Shiva, galing din kay Lord Brahma. So, malalaman mo yon difference na yung mga tilak. Or iba rin yung mga pangalan nila. Iba yung size ng sika. Sa mga Lord mga Shivites, 3 ganun. Text number 31. Are all the chieftains sons of Lord Krishna, such as Susena, Charudesna, Samba, the son of Jambavati, and Rishava, along with their sons, all doing well? So, chieftains lang yung tinanong ni Yudhishthira Maharaj. Kasi sobrang daming anak ni Krishna. Meron siya 16,108 wives. Lahat yung tiga 10 anak. Then yung tiga 10 anak na yun, nagkaanak din sila. So multiply that. Sobrang dami. It will be impossible for you this time na kabisaduhin or kamustahin isa-isa yon. So tinatanong lang niya yung mga chieftain. So of course, if okay yung mga seniors na yon, mas ibig sabihin mas okay yung iba. So again, these are the clan of Krishna. Bakit niya tinatanong to? Malalaman natin in a few. Text number 32 to 33. Also, Srutadeva, Uddhava, and others, Nanda Sunanda, and other leaders of the liberated souls who are constant companions of the Lord are protected by Lord Balaram and Krishna. Are they all doing well in their respective functions? Do they, who are the eternally bound in friendship with us, remember our welfare? So, kinakamusta niya yung mga close friends naman ni Krishna. Sila Uddhava, Srutadeva, Nanda, and Sunanda. These are liberated souls. Hindi sila mga ordinary souls, conditioned souls. Yung mga nakapalibot kay Krishna when he descends, palagi niya kasama yon in different pastimes. Uulitin niya itong pastime na to in different universes. So, kinakamusta ni Yudhishthira Maharaj. Us, we are different. We are conditioned souls. At least, baka kayo mga liberated souls kayo. Pero at least me, I'm a conditioned soul. We are bound here in the material world. And only by the mercy of the spiritual master na nalalaman natin itong knowledge na to, we are being awakened. Other than that, pag nawala yung association, pag nawala yung spiritual master, the material energy will easily swallow us. Kakainin tayo ni Maya. Huwag na kayo mag-experiment, pero ganun talaga yan. Try mo pag nawala ka sa chanting, nawala ka sa association, kakainin ka ulit ng material energy. Us being proud, kayang-kaya ko yung material energy. Diba? Kayang-kaya ko si Maya. Kaya-kaya ko yung sadhana, yung discipline. Without the association, the mind will trick you. You could see that hindi lahat ng devotees who are practicing could continue dire-diretso. No. Minsan kala mo devotee or nagka-practice ka, pero hindi. Maya is swallowing you whole, isang buo. So only by the mercy of the devotees. Sabi ni Ron, true. Yeah, true. That's very true. Yeah. We should be humble enough na malaman na this Maya, the material energy, is also a devotee of Krishna. That's her role. Thankless task niya yun. Thankless. Hindi niya rin gusto, pero we have to follow the instructions of Krishna. But excuse. Excuse me. By the mercy of the devotees, doon tayo magkakaroon ng connection kay Krishna sa spiritual master. Text number 34. So kung napapansin nyo, si Yudhishthira Maharaj, kinukonfirm niya yung intuition niya. That is the art. Hindi tayo nag-jump into conclusion. Again, ulitin natin yon. We might have intuition. May taong may gift neto na sobrang sensitive nila. Pero hindi mo pwede gamitin sa court case yan. Hindi mo pwede sabihin sa boyfriend mo, sa girlfriend mo. Feeling ko nag-cheat ka sa akin. Paano mo nasabi? Kinukutuban ako eh. No, it's nonsense. Pero you could use that. Like si Yudhishthira Maharaj. Tinatanong niya. May taong sa harapan niya si Arjuna, galing doon. He's confirming. Diba? Hindi niya ini-ignore yung mga signs. Pero he's confirming. Pero, again niya, hindi na kailangan mag-jump into conclusion. Text number 34. He's going a little bit directly. Text number 34, sabi ni Yudhishthira Maharaj, is Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses, and the brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotees. Pangapat yan, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarkapuri, surrounded by friends. So, tinatanong ni Yudhishthira if si Krishna is being surrounded by our friends. He described Krishna in 4 qualities. Protector of the cows, who give pleasure to the cows, kaya Govinda. The go, na word na yung go is senses and also cows. He is the master of the cows and also master of the senses, si Krishna. Master of all our senses actually, hindi lang sense ng isang tao. Lahat ng tao, siya yung master ng all senses. Sa kanya galing yon. The brahmanas, and he is very affectionate to devotees. Tawag na Bhakta Vatsalya. How? You could see, si Krishna will drive Arjuna's chariot. Ganun siya ka-affectionate. If you have Krishna with you, Krishna is also serving you. Kaya hindi ganun ka-cheap para makuha mo si Krishna. It will not be just doing some yoga asana postures or reciting mantras lang na mga mundane mantras, or a ticket to Vrindavan, a ticket to India, or just meditating on nothingness, or just doing drugs. You cannot get Krishna. Hindi ganun ka-cheap si Krishna. It will only be by love and devotion. You will get Krishna. So si Krishna is also Bhakta Vatsalya, or very affectionate sa mga devotees niya. Sabi nga, binuksan mo yung puso ng devotees ni Krishna, makikita mo si Krishna within. Pag binuksan mo yung puso ni Krishna, makikita yung devotees niya. And you can know na yung relationship ng mga devotees kay Krishna are in 5 rasa. So, balikan natin. That's the first assignment natin sa meditation and yoga philosophy. That's 5 rasas. And the ultimate and yung very rare na makuha ng mga devotees is yung Madhurya rasa or conjugal lover ni Krishna. In the different sampradayas and in different yuga, practice of self-realization, hindi mo ko basta-basta yung Madhurya Ras. Only by the process of Bhakti Yoga, specifically the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Kaya yung mga demigods, pag alam na nilang Kali Yuga, bumababa yun sa material world. They will practice spirituality. So baka may mga demigods sa inyo nagpapanggap na devotee lang. So that's very special kasi. That's the only time you could get that prema, that love for Krishna, the conjugal love. The others, no. Hindi mo basta makukuha yan. In other mood, owe in reverence, as a servant of Krishna, as a friend and as a parent, yes. Pero as a lover, hindi basta-basta. Text number 35 to 36. The original personality of Godhead, the enjoyer, and Balaram, the primeval lord, Ananta, are staying in the ocean of Yadu dynasty for the welfare, protection, and general progress of the entire universe. And the members of the Yadu dynasty, being protected by the arms of the Lord, are enjoying life like residents of a spiritual sky. He was describing here na si Lord Balaram is the primeval Lord Ananta. Si Ananta yung snake, yung many heads na snake na hinihigaan ni Lord Vishnu. Yung sumayaw si Lord Shiva pleasing Lord Vishnu, bumibigat si Vishnu, nararamdaman ni Ananta, and Ananta wanted to please Vishnu as well. So he incarnated himself as Patanjali. So si Patanjali is the one yung mga pinanggalingan. Ginagaya niya yung sayaw ni Lord Shiva. Pinanggaling ng mga yoga asanas. Originally si Shiva yun, syempre. So Patanjali is Lord Balaram. His incarnation. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying here, those residents around Krishna are just like living the spirits of sky. Ganun ka kakaiba yung kasama si Krishna in association. Hindi lang parang heavenly. No, you are also just like living in the spiritual world. And here, it was being discussed na the place of Vaikunta. So, I'll show you the illustration. In the spiritual world, there are different grade also. So, bakit natin sinasabi na yung Madhurya Ras or yung conjugal love kay Krishna is very rare and important and hindi lahat nakakuha nun? Kasi, pwede sila mapunta dun sa Vaikunta. It is also in the spiritual world, pero yung relationship kay Krishna dun sa Vaikunta is sobrang formal. Awe and reverence. Krishna is God, you are the servant. That's different. Wala dito. Anyway. So that's Krishna. And that's Vrindavan or Vraj. Ayun yung spiritual world where yung si Krishna there is a coward boy. I-google natin para makita natin. Human form pa rin ba pag nasa Vaikunta na? No. Ganda ng question ni Levi. Hindi na human form. Ang form sa Vaikunta is yung mga tao doon, kamukha ni Lord Vishnu. 400 lahat. Ang difference lang is si Lord Vishnu, meron siyang I forgot the name. Srivatsa. Like a hair doon sa chest niya. The rest, wala. Saka yung garland, jewelry. The rest, walang ganon. So magkakamukha lahat. Vaikunta. I'll show you a picture para makita natin. So magkakamukha lahat ng ano doon. Ayan, yan. Maganda tong picture na to. I'll share screen na. This is Vaikunta. And Lord Krishna is there as Lord Vishnu. Kung nakikita nyo, Yung mga servant niya, kamukha niya rin, di ba? Pero ang relationship dito is own reverence. You worship Krishna. Just like you need to worship, you worship Him. Lahat ng residents din ganun. Yan, other pictures. So, mostly ganyan sa Vaikuntha. Then, ito yung I'll show you yung Vedic cosmology. This is the material world, yung nasa baba. Yung iba familiar na rito. So, this is Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu. Lumabas sa kanya yung maraming universes, yung mga bilog-bilog na to. And we are just one part of it. So, it's all like multiverse talaga. Maraming universes. Dito lang tayo sa gitna, lower planetary system. Dito rin si other Vishnu, Garbhodakasha Vishnu. Ito yung heaven, upper planetary system. Dito yung mga demigods. Yung mga meditator ng nothingness, ng nirvana, dito sila pupunta sa Brahmachuti, light. They could not enter the spiritual world. This is the effulgence ng spiritual world and ni Krishna. You cannot go to know Krishna personally kasi that's the meditation. That's their goal. Light, nothingness. So, dito yon in between. Oh, this is very special. Si Lord Shiva is not just ordinary demigod. Hindi siya position. Lahat ng demigods are positions. Like si Lord Brahma, si Ron Prabhu, kapag yung good deeds niya ginawa niya, managerial, magaling siya sa maging manager. Pwede niya maging karma is maging Lord Brahma. Sipin mo, 100 years ni Lord Brahma, pero sa atin yung ilang yuga yon, ilang billions, trillions of years. Yung role niya, service niya maging Lord Brahma. Si Lord Shiva is hindi. Lord Shiva siya forever. Dito yon. Siya po na Kailash. So may Kailash din na reflection dito sa Himalayas na Kailash. So this is the Vaikuntha planets. Unlimited din yan. Sobrang dami. Mas madami pa sa what do you call this? Uy, class pala to. Mas madami pa sa material world. So yung isang Vaikuntha planet, mas malaki pa sa buong creation ng material mas malaki pa sa isang universe. Isang planet lang yung na Vaikuntha. And yung pinakita natin kanina si Vishnu and yung mga Vaikuntha residents andito. If your relationship kay Krishna is in own reverence, andito siya. But those who are, Madhurya Dham, those who are in the process or in the mood ng Madhurya Ras, relationship kay Krishna, andito sa Vrindavan or Vraj. This is the ultimate goal. Si Krishna hindi king dito. Sa Vaikuntha, he's like a king. He's a king. Si Krishna dito sa Vraj or sa Vrindavan is coward boy. Kung paano yung pastime niya, yung childhood pastime niya, ginagawa niya dito. Ito yung eternal. And two-arm form ni Krishna nakita mo dito with the flute. Hindi yung four-arm form ni Krishna. Ito yun, sa taas. Search niya lang yung pag gusto niyo makita to. Vedic cosmology. Actually, sa Pinterest nga ito. Yung may nag-upload sa Pinterest. It's a big poster. Ito si Ananta Sesh. So, yung bawat universe nakapatong kay Ananta Sesh. Tapos kay Kurma. Yung turtle. Incarnation din ni Krishna yun. Swimming in this ocean. So, yes, sabi ni Yudhishthira Maharaj, yung mga residents, yung mga personalities na kasama ni Krishna in Dwarka, para lang sila nandito. Parang bumaba lang talaga sila from spiritual world. Kasi ganun yung pakiramdam. Kasama mo si Krishna eh. So, spiritual world na siya. But hindi lahat may spiritual eye. Yung iba, kasama si Krishna pero hindi lang nakita si Krishna na present. Just like us, we're chanting Krishna's name. Pero we don't really realize na si Krishna and His name are identical. That's why we need to purify ourselves. Kasi ang dami nating covering, ang daming anartas or mga unwanted baggages na cover sa heart natin. So let's read text number, ang dami natin binasa ngayon. 37. Simply by administering comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the most important of all services. The queens at Dwarka, headed by Satyabam, induced the Lord to conquer the demigods. Thus, the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. Controller of thunderbolts, that is, the demigod Indra. Sa Greek mythology, he was depicted as si Zeus. Alam ko sa Philippines, siya si Bathala. They worship Bathala para umulan. Si Indra, siya yung Lords of Heaven. Mataas yung position niya sa mga demigods. And siya yung nagpapaulan. So, si Satyabam, yung queen ni Krishna doon sa Dwarka, minsan may tour sila. Asawa mo si Krishna eh. They could go sa mga heavenly planets, sa mga planet ng demigods. That's very easy for them. And they were welcomed by Indra, yung mga asawa nila yung Indra, sila Sachi. Welcome nila palagi. Of course, is a great personality na asawa mo si Krishna. Pero to si Satyabam, sobrang grabing servant niya kay Krishna. Sobrang grabing service niya. Minsan lang siya humiling na si Krishna hindi niya pwede tanggihan. There's this thing called the flower parijata na galing sa heavenly planets. And ginagamit ng demigods yun for their worship, for their offering, mga garland. Sobrang bango, sobrang gandang flower yan. Si Satyabam, sabi niya, Krishna, gusto ko ng parijata flower katulad ng nakita natin dun sa heavenly planets. Hindi imposible kay Krishna yon. Siya may-ari ng lahat. Pero there was a pastime na you have to get that kind of flower, yung tree na yon, parijata, ibaba dito sa material world. Nagkaroon pa nga ng war. So magandang pastime yon. Hindi natin pupuntaan in details. Pero that's how Krishna serves his devotees. Lalong-lalo na yung very great servant niya. He's willing to break rules. And he even broken a lot of rules, even in the war, nung Battle of Kurukshetra. Ang dami. Ang vow niya, he will not pick up a weapon, hindi siya sama sa war. Pero siya yung nag-direct. Siya yung gumagawa ng paraan. May kalaban sila Arjuna nun. And nagtago sa ilalim ng reservoir of water para hindi sila mapatay. And pag yung war, kapag gumabi na, tapos tumunog na yung conch shell, either of the two, matatapos na yung war. Balik sila sa camp, pwede silang tumuwid-tawid sa iba't ibang camp, pwede silang how do you call this? Pwede silang kumain magkakasama, magbiruan. Uy, ang ganda ng ginawa mo kanina. Hindi ako nakailag doon ah. So, yung mga tao nakatago doon sa sa reservoir of water, ginawa ni Krishna, pinababa niya yung sun. Ginawa niya yung gabi. Tapos, nung lumabas na yung mga yon, pinakisikat niya ulit yung araw. Tapos, napatay sila. Mga trick ni Krishna. Madami sila si Krishna trick doon. Orchestrated niya yung war na yun. He's the supreme personality of God. He serves the devotees. Present ba, sa chatbox, present ba si Samsara sa Vaikuntha? No. When you go to Vaikuntha, that's spiritual world, hindi tayo affected ng old age, birth, disease, saka death. These four sa spiritual world. The time is eternal there. Mangyayari lang yon, yung samsara na yon, yung birth and death, and these four, sa material world, kasi nandun yung time. In the form, si Krishna rin yon, Kala. Spiritual world, wala na yung time. Eternal doon. So, hindi present yung samsara. But, those who are pure devotees, liberated souls, ito na yung usapan doon, they sometimes, most of the time, bumababa sila sa material world to wake us up, to save us. Sila yung mga liberated souls. Punta sa rito. Hindi lang si Krishna yung pupunta rito. Minsan papadala niya yung mga great devotees niya. Or minsan pagkaba ni Krishna kasama yung mga great devotees niya doon. Mga liberated souls. So, hindi present yung samsara, yung cycle of birth and death in Vaikuntha. In Brahmajyoti, present siya. Kasi after natin magpalutang-lutang doon, if one aim to be in the Brahmajyoti, in the light, mainit ka doon. For thousands of years, wala kang ginagawa. Quarantine ka nga lang ng 2 weeks, hindi ka na mapakali. Diba? Walang wifi. Isipin mo daw, walang wifi doon. Walang pagkain, walang kirtan, walang sayawan, walang emotion. Ito ka lang. Brahmajyoti ka lang. Mababa pa rin sila sa material world. Pero in a better position. Most of them magiging bhakti yogi na. Kasi tapos na sila yung sa ibang ladder. Sa ibang yoga system. So, balik na sila doon. They could start bhakti yoga. And ganun yun. Yung iba, kailangan pumunta doon yung iba by realization. Like si Dhruva Maharaj, like even si Shiva, after ma-perfect yung mga yogic process, punta sila doon, okay? Sa Bhakti Yoga. In that lifetime or next lifetimes. So, hindi present si samsara. Lalo na hindi present si samsara sa spiritual world. So, if andito tayo sa material world, like billions of years or billions of lifetimes tayo rito, billions of times tayong death and birth in different form, human, animal, puno, demigods, demon. Kahit billions of years tayo rito and lifetimes, pagpunta mo sa spiritual world, parang alam na naghinip. Kasi doon ka galing eh. Uy! Ganun lang. Kasi ano yung comparison ng billions of years and billions or trillions of lifetimes sa eternality, sa eternal time. Wala. Para siyang moment lang. Pagbalik mo uli doon, nagkalaro kayo ni Krishna. Uy, ano yung naisip ko? Ayun, na-experience mo dito. Diba? So ngayon, ano yung problema mo ngayon? Ano yung trauma mo? Lahat ng mga experience mo ngayon, lahat ng ego mo, just wala yung ganun na kabilis. That's the time relativity. Ito yung inaaral ni Einstein, yung time relativity. Gusto mo mag-experiment, may yung usapan namin dati. Gusto mo mag-extend yung time, mag-planking ka. Maling set ko ng workout, nag-planking ako. Sabi ko, wala pang 5 minutes, so parang 1 oras na. Diba? Gusto mo maging mabilis yung yung time mo, pagkasama mo yung loved one mo. Diba? Pag nag-date kayo, paggabi, bilis naman ng oras. Same. Nagbe-bend yung time. What more pa pag sa spiritual world ka? Eternal yung So yung na-experience natin dito, just like panaginip lang. This is the ultimate reality for us. Pero it's still like a dream. Kasi we don't really belong here. Last text for today. Text number 38. Ang dami natin binasa, 21 to 38. The great heroes of Yadu dynasty, being protected by the arms of the Lord Krishna, always remain fearless in every respect. And therefore, their feet trampled over the Sudharma assembly house, which the best demigods deserve, but which was taken away from them. So this assembly is, meron sila sa Dwarka kasama si Krishna. And nandun yung mga great heroes of Yadu dynasty, yung mga associates ni Krishna. Kinakamusta pa rin ni Yudhishthira yung mga yon. And i-describe niya yung glories ni Krishna. Bago niya tanongin si Arjuna regarding kay Krishna. And they are fearless. So ano ba yung mga fear ng mga tao? Same. Birth, old age, disease, and death. Takot yung tao tumanda. Kaya bidang-bida yung mga cosmic surgeon, yung mga beauty products. Diba? Pagpunta mo sa yung mga makeup. Because that's counteracting old age. At mo kailangan coveran yung wrinkles mo, diba? Yung blemishes. Again, hindi ko sinasabi wag na kayo mag-makeup Kailangan nyo gawin yan. Kailangan nyo, lalo kung work nyo yan. Pero this is the reality that the illusion of youth is there. Ayaw natin tumanda, diba? Ayaw. Yung white hair, kailangan kulayan. Ayaw natin magkasakit. We have to be healthy, diba? Have to be vaccinated. Kung di ka niniwala sa vaccine o gusto kailangan mong itaas yung immune system mo, ayaw mo magkasakit kasi takot ka rin mamatay. People are fearful of that. And they don't know what will happen after that. Ayaw nila uli panganak. So these are the main cause ng fear ng mga tao. But these people who are Krishna conscious, they're not fearful. Their fear is to not use this life in Krishna consciousness, in serving Krishna, to waste this life. That's their fear. But they're not afraid of facing death and all. Because it's natural. Of course, one should not be foolish. Diba? Na punta ka dun sa mga hospital na marami nakakahawang sakit tapos wala kang any protective gear. Punta ka dun sa mga dangerous places. That's foolishness. Oh, hindi. Fearless ako. So, that's why Krishna consciousness is using the intelligence and using the spiritual knowledge. Or material intelligence, spiritual intelligence. That's why we're studying. Hindi yung sentimental, I'm a spirit soul. The body will not die, only the body will die, not the soul. Mapatayin ka talaga dun. Punta ka dun eh. So same. But they're fearless because they know Krishna is protected by them. And what they're doing is to serve Krishna. So that's very important. And yes, these are the questions ni Yudhishthira Maharaj confirming yung intuition niya. Us, we will have a lot of calculated risk para dun sa mga intuitions natin. Hindi tayo pwede mag-jump into a conclusion. That's the art. Maraming factors. Ang dami mo nakita, may bad omens na from the body, the animals, the natures, the other human beings. Tapos, kinukonfirm niya. Hindi mo kailangan magbulag-bulagan. If nakikita mo na to, tapos, hindi, baka wala. Knock on wood. Hindi pwede kontrahin yun. Mangyayari yun, dapat mangyayari. So, ano yung pwede mo gawin kung di mo maiiwasan yung mga nakikita mo? Then, bring an umbrella if feeling mo uulan. Diba? Ang daming dark clouds. Tapos, kumikidlat. Pagtingin mo sa news, sabi, uulan. Hindi mo pa rin sabihin, hindi yan. Last year, hindi naman naulan eh. So, bring an umbrella. Same thing. If danger will be there, be prepared. And ano yung best na magagawa natin? Ano yung bagay na in control tayo? Is our consciousness. Kung ano yung magiging consciousness natin. We should always be Krishna conscious. And lalo-lalo na kung may ganito, kung may bad omen, lalo-lalo ka na mas magiging Krishna conscious. Diba? Malay mo, death mo na yun. Diba? So, grab your beads and chant, be Krishna conscious. So, intuition is like that. At the same time, may intuition din tayo to positive or auspicious na mga bagay. Sabi nga nila, kapag umuulan din daw, sabi sa scriptures, umuulan na may araw. Diba sa Pilipinas, ang pamaiian may kinakasal na mga tikba. So that's pamaiian. That's different. Yung mga omens na according sa scriptures, kapag guided and by my authority, is different. Mas malalaman mo. That's the culture. Hindi siya yung traditional, pamaiian lang. So may mga auspicious signs then that we would know. So malalaman natin lahat yan kasi it's coming from the scriptures. It happened, yung mga stories din nila Krishna. When Krishna was born in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto or in the Krishna book, lahat, supposedly hindi maganda yung astrology noon, pero si Krishna was born, nag-adjust lahat para kay Krishna. Yung planets nag-adjust, yung stars. Si Krishna yun eh. So same thing. These astrologies, these planets, these stars, these elements, this direction, feng shui, lahat, is under Krishna's energy. That's sila servant ni Krishna. So when you're chanting, all this auspiciousness will come. Kasi you are with Krishna. Just like this, associates ni Krishna, the Yadu dynasty, they are just like living in the spiritual sky. Kaya tayo, Vraj Bhakti Academy, our school is the process of bhakti, connecting to Krishna by devotion service, for us to be in that realm ng Vraj, ng spiritual sky. So, nagkakaroon ng definition yung Vraj Bhakti Academy. Because we want to be always in the Vrindavan or Vraj mood. in love kay Krishna, in the mood. And then one is in that mood, kahit saan siya pumunta, mataturn into place niya, yung place na yung mataturn niya into Brindavan or in Braj. Nahawa niya sa iba. That's the power of Vraj. You must be in separation, in separation from Krishna, in separation from Vraj. While you are in that longing and separation, Vraj and Krishna is in your heart. Ano uli yung first step? Again, your Japamala. So don't forget to finish your rounds today. And it's Saturday, tonight we will have a little temple class by Navadip Chandra, creating your own sacred space in your house to have it in the same atmosphere as Vraj. So thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Sabi na Naimi, stay natural, not too chemical. Don't worry. Don't panic, it's organic nga daw. Rodel, Ron, Levi, Moksha Lakshmi Mataji, Noemi, Veronica, Rolly, Oliver, Paolo, Jonah, and Milk, and Princess. Hare Krishna, good morning. Please be Krishna conscious today and share this consciousness by our actions. If you could share it by words, much better. Share by sharing the books. Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis, thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaura Pramanande. So yung mga intuition nyo, don't jump into conclusion. There's an art. Next time, aralin natin yung auspicious signs. Bye. Hare Krishna.